Hey everyone, this is our video on changes in enthalpy. And by the end of this video, you should be able to explain heating and cooling curves, which will show you heat of fusion, heat of vaporization, specific heat, melting point, and boiling point. Before you get started on this, because it is all about knowing how to read a graph, you may want to review your phase changes just so you know what changes are occurring between which states. So first, let's make sure we know what enthalpy and energy are. So enthalpy, which is noted by the letter H, is the heat energy of a substance or a system. Kinetic energy is the energy due to its motion, which is related to temperature. Potential energy is the stored energy in the bond. So this will be the energy in the bonds, and this should be IMF, so intermolecular forces. And that's how we would look at those. So energy is stored or kinetic. Enthalpy is just the heat. And this picture over here is a heating curve. So heating obviously is where the temperature is high up top and low at the bottom. Cooling would be the opposite. So you would start high and work your way low. So we've got heat of fusion, and heat of fusion is going from solid to liquid. So it's melting. Heat of solidification is the opposite, so that's liquid to solid. Heat of vaporization is liquid to gas, so boiling. And then heat of condensation is gas to liquid. Okay, so those are the basics there, and you may want to label that on one on your notes. If you don't have one, you might want to draw one in really quick. The diagonal lines here that we have in this, this picture or this diagram is representative of the kinetic energy. So the diagonal is where you see just the state lines where it says solid, liquid, and gas. Those are the kinetic energy lines. And these are where you would have MCAT occurring. So this is where you solve for specific heat. But then on the flat lines, we have potential energy. So that's where we're breaking bonds. So we're releasing energy. All the energy that's going into the system is being used to break bonds, not to change the temperature. So we can't use specific heat because we'd be plugging in a 0 for T. So this is where you'll have those like M delta HV, M delta HF. Okay, so just kind of know those and have them labeled on one in your notes.